I was going to ask you, do you think there's ever been any shows that stuck the landing like this? Like I think we've done spots on this before. Like, what are your favorite series finales? I think you feel different when you watch it as it's happening and then you go back and revisit it years later. Like, do you have some that you revisit that like, or think about like, okay, this is fine?
I think the Cheers finale was really good.
Yeah, Cheers was great.
Cheers worked. There's not that many, not like dramatic series. I feel like comedy shows tend to have an okay track record. How did Friends end?
Friends ended the way you Joey went to California to get his own show, but Ross and Rachel did end up together. They buttoned everything up. Ant-Man was there. He married Phoebe.
Parks and Rec was pretty solid.
Parks and Rec.
Even The Office was pretty good, even though it had some stumbles the previous 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously nobody likes the Seinfeld one, but
why? That's what I was going to ask. Like, why? Like revisiting that.
Yeah.
Again,
I got no heat with it. I think it's good.
Like talking about Barry and everybody being deplorable characters. I thought it was pretty fitting the way
it worked pretty well. Yeah. I think folks were just not ready for that.
It was a show about nothing.
They were
and
a little
in the
ahead
end,
of the curve.
They went to jail for what, a year?
Yeah.
And then they just went back about their lives.
Right.
I would have liked to see a reunion of that, and they did. They did a light reunion on Curb Your Enthusiasm, but they were kind of playing themselves.
Right.
But a Seinfeld like these days would be a very interesting. I think they did it. Looking back, I think that's kind of surviving the test of time. And another one that I think was so divisive that's standing the test of time is Lost. I think Lost finale is standing the test of time because Lost was dropping stuff about multiverse before even science was talking about it. And, they didn't know what to call it. They didn't know what to call it like it was another universe. So everyone was it was the flash sideways and flash forward and flash back. They weren't calling them timelines then. But if you go back and watch the finale, which I have, that's all they're doing. They just get into alternate universe. I think that's standing the test of time really well. And I'd be really curious for somebody to watch it now after living through a world of MCU multiverses and across the Spider-Verse universes and everything everywhere all at once. And now watch Lost with that lens, armed with that knowledge. Now, how do you feel about that show?
Don't know. I think Lost is a heat magnet right now. They're having some bad PR right now.
Are they?
Yeah, like they're getting some accusations.
Oh, Lindelof or the writers or the actors?
Just that it was a really terrible work environment. There was a lot of racism and sexism on set, that kind of stuff.
Oh,
that stuff.
Sucks. I don't want to hear that. That's a bummer. Mike brought it up. Another one, Sopranos, comes to mind.
Sopranos was a good ending.
David Chase kind of let it slip that it's what everybody suspected.
I think Sopranos is probably the best show of all time. I would put it up there as the best dramatic. Well, I mean, the best show of all time. I rewatched it, and I think everybody in America did the same thing. When that Sopranos movie dropped on HBO Max,
oh yeah,
that was pretty mediocre. But as soon as that ended, I tuned right into the show and started from the beginning and watched them all again.
Yeah.
And it's great. It holds up really, really well. Surprisingly well. Even the dated references in there hold up. Yeah, I thought that finale was really, really great.